Michigan State University is releasing its 2019 corn and soybean performance trials. Established in 1988 and conducted annually, the performance trials are designed to offer farmers, extension personnel, and seed companies with an unbiased look at the performance of hybrids submitted to MSU by private seed companies. This year's soybean performance report includes data on 194 commercial varieties submitted by 21 seed companies. MSU Research Assistant Randy Lawrence says they face the same weather challenges that growers faced both during planting and harvest.
It was very difficult to get everything planted. We started off on time at a very good time. We planted a couple plots very early, and those did very well. We continued to plant whenever we could. We were basically planting the same time the growers were. Our cooperators would call us and say, "We're planting today," and we would be there. And toward the end, it got to be real difficult because of all the rain that we had, and a couple of our locations didn't get planted. Our cooperators pretty much said by the end of June, they're putting their planter away, they're not going to plant anymore. The data may be kind of questionable when you start planting that late. Is it really representative of a typical year in that area? So we did have a few that didn't get planted. And this year, harvest was also a little bit of a struggle. It's probably not a surprise that the earlier plantings do better. Ours also yielded higher when we got in early. This is an NIR machine. It shines a light on the bottom of the soybeans through the glass, and using near infrared technology, it will look at the reflectance and it can tell protein and oil, which is what we're looking at with our soybeans. We also use this for the fatty acid profile, like oleic, saturated fat, linolenic, things like that. It can really look at whatever you have the machine programmed for, whatever the calibrations you have it. We have somewhat of a challenge because we have seed coming from so many different seed companies. Sometimes it's coming from winter production because everybody wants to send us their latest and their greatest. So occasionally seeds will come in a little bit late, but we want to be there when the growers are planting their fields, because we want to be there the same time they are. We want to be typical of when they're growing. So of course this year, because the season was dragged out because of all the rain, we had some that got in later. Some of our breeding material and things on campus, that's part of our program, got in fairly late, and not a big surprise they didn't yield as well. We didn't see big increases or decreases running north to south. We go from out into the thumb, across the Saginaw area, over to Allegan, and then down in St. Joseph County, Hillsdale County, Lenawee County. And we get good performance in most areas.
Lawrence says there are many new products in the trials this year, including the Enlist and Extend varieties. The 2019 Michigan soybean and corn performance reports will be distributed at MSU winter meetings and within the December issue of the Michigan Farm News. Data can also be accessed online at varietytrials.msu.edu.